Hey, good morning, Arizona, and I've got some tips for you. First, working with knives in the kitchen, all right? They're so sharp, they're so dangerous. How do you work with them correctly? Let me show you. Whenever you work with something that's roly-poly, take the heel of your hand and place it on the board. That'll anchor the potato or anything round. Could be an apple, could be a tomato, so it doesn't get away from you. If my hand's up here, it's gonna roll around. So I anchor it, and then I slice down, and notice the motion. It's like I'm on an escalator. I'm not chopping straight down. I'm pushing through. And then once I have a flat side, roll it over on the flat side, and I can cut whatever I want. If I want to cut French fry type cuts, okay, or the French would call that a bâtonnet, right? And then I'll flip them over on their sides, and then just finish my cut. Notice how my knuckles are curved back though. And I'm slicing, and if you can see from here, the knife is riding right along my knuckle, okay? If my fingers are curled back, I can't cut my fingers. Pretty neat. Once again. Curl back. Another neat cut is called a sifflet. It just means a bias cut, all right? French sifflet. All I'm doing is, instead of just chopping up a scallion or chopping up a carrot or chopping up any round, long vegetable, I cut it on a bias. And it just makes for a much more interesting looking cut. It's a great garnish, but can you imagine this? Mixed into tuna salad or something, it just looks so neat. Sprinkled on top of seafood, just a super pretty cut. Just angle the knife slightly. All right, same technique with the knuckles curled back, angled slightly. The last cut I want to show you is about celery. Now, believe it or not, have you ever flossed with celery when you bite into it and you get those long strands? Well, we're going to cut those out. We're actually just going to take our peeler and just peel the outside of the celery. That'll take all the tough stuff out. So our celery is going to be a little more tender. To my palate, a little less bitter also. All right, just real gently, just peel the outside. It's a little extra step, but it makes all the difference. And then I'll show you a variation on a bias cut. So this is a different version of a sifflet, where it's cut almost like a little Star Trek insignia. It's great for stir fries. It's amazing in salads. Give these a shot.
All right, he is one of the best.
Yeah, and his
really
tips,
is.
you can actually use them. They're not, well, for me, they're not over my head.
No offense to Chef Christopher, but one time Christopher came in with a blowtorch, and I thought, when am I ever going to make this?
But he makes things look so pretty.
It's wonderful
right?
at your place,
yeah.
But there is no way I'm getting the blowtorch, and he had like 80 other little instruments.
That's his way to entice you to come in, and it is worth it. He has great food.
That was smart. I did come in, and I did have whatever he made.